Hello. Hello, hello. Oh yeah. Baby, it is Friday. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Hi. I am back, and I am happy to be back. Missed yesterday. We missed it. Yep, definitely. Oops, sorry. Yep. Yesterday was an interesting day. The interwebs people came out and did some work on the area. We lost the internet for a good portion of the day because they were working so diligently to hopefully provide us a better experience. Will the internet hold? Today we're gonna find out, baby. We're gonna find out, okay? Oh, yes. Yes, we are. It's the awesome thing here. So they did some work physically on the pole at the taps, the various taps around. So coax cables are a little funky. They just hop power poles until they go to your house. So we live in the middle of the woods, right? And our stuff kind of, the highway is just a smidge down the road or down on the other side of the woods. I'd probably say 2/10 of a mile. So, power pole at the highway. Okay. That's the first branch. That's the main. And then it goes power pole, and then us. So yeah, that sucks. That's two different hops right there. And, yeah. So there it is. So and ours has an amplifier to ensure, the best connectivity known to man. I don't know if that part's true or not. I'm making that up as I go. But yeah. So we shall see, baby. We shall see. Fenris is live right now. Fenris is live. They are doing their Frontier Friday. That's cool. If you want to learn about Frontier, more about it, I should say. Let's do these. So yeah, I'm here. I'm happy. Let's do it. I got me a fresh cup of coffee. Fresh. Oh yes. I love some coffee. I love it. Coffee makes the world go round. If there was more coffee, we'd have less, you know, engagement in life, negativity. Who are you? Okay, you're a nobody. I don't know who you is. Oh, but yes. How are we today? It is the beginning of the weekend. Tiny Sparkler's birthday's in a couple of days. It's going to be an awesome time. Boy, that was hot. That was stupid. That was not that smart. All right, so let's see what the weather's gonna be like today. So 88 today, 90 tomorrow. That sucks. Sunday 86. Okay. Looks like we're gonna have some thunderstorms this afternoon. Sweet. You gotta love thunderstorms. Actually, we could probably use some rain. I'm not looking forward to the humidity afterwards, but we could probably use some rain. Uh, all right, so there was an update on Vanguard, a patch. A patch. Oh, okay. Okay. Full patch notes. There we go. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. All right. Who are you? I don't know who you are. Wait, when was this? Oh no. Weird. I don't know, people. I'm gonna be watching the internet. I'm watching OBS like a hawk. I'm just waiting to see if there are going to be any problemos. 33. Alright. Extra house. It is PI day as well. So that's fun. PI! Okay. Document request accepted. How are we doing? Got a day and 14 hours on this. And then we're finally making some good progress here. I love it. We're doing well. We're doing well. Okay. That one will stay. This one will go. Okay. Yes. Alright, let's get this one. 1 hour, 54 minutes. Ooh, I like it. Okay. Let's watch, shall we? Let's see what happens. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm excited. I'm just interested in giving this internet a whirl. I really am. Do. Okay. Now let's find something to do. Let's find something to do. Okay. I need to look up something because apparently there was some drama. Dotlin. Alright. Corporations. Oops. Alrighty. We'll go that way. We'll do it. Alright, let's start killing some stuff. Completely missed making yesterday, or making any money yesterday because, well, I was busy, you know, wooing the internet, dude. Yes. All right. Kablamski. All right, we're gonna do this, man. We're gonna do this until we can't do it anymore. We're gonna just, we're kind of semi-stress testing the interwebs. So hopefully this goes well. Hopefully. Anyway, yeah, that was my day yesterday. Wow, right through a rock. Like a rock. No, I'm not gonna sing, don't worry. I'm not gonna sing. Alright, so far we're holding pretty well. But I'm not gonna knock on wood. Yum. Ooh, an Orthrus does look pretty cool. I like how an Orthrus looks. I really do. I really do, Billy. Alright. Let's make some money. Let's get space rich off of an Ishtar. Huh. That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. No matter how good you are. Ah, dagnabbit. Who are you? I don't know who you are. A heron, huh? Okay. Yeah, we can deal with that. We'll be alright. Yeah. Save. Okay. There we go. Alright, we're okay. We are okay. Thoidy. Perfect. Perfect. Now let's check intels. Ooh. Alright. 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 Yeah, no, we're okay for right now. We are okay. Alright, when were you born? 2023, right? Alright, let's keep the angel, you know, menace at bay. Yeah, no, good. Yum to the yum. I like some yum. Bam. Oh, that hurt. Not really. How are we doing on skill points? 685, not bad. So I'll be able to knock out, yeah, a good portion. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. We're really getting there. We're really getting there. Yeah, fun times, man. Fun times. I'm just glad it's the weekend. We got a gigantic water slide coming to the house for the birthday party. I'm not getting on that thing, but it just sounds good in theory. Yeah, not this guy. Not this guy. I am boring in that aspect. I am boring. I just don't really feel like blowing out my shoulder again. The last time I went on a water slide, I dislocated my right shoulder, and at the time I had a 6-speed manual Mustang, and I couldn't shift for like a week. Well, let me rephrase. I could not shift correctly for like a week. Okay. The business. Man. No, that's not it. Oh, there we go. Ha ha ha. Whoa. Right? I don't want to do that. Boy. It's okay. We're good. We're good. Just making some money, baby. I was kind of disappointed. I'm going to look at it right now. The NSA is urging every American to reboot the router and phone at least once a week. Yeah, that's fair. I do that. I do that. There's no reason that you should not be doing that. Reboot your stuff, people. So, Vanguard. Oh, okay, good. There's 91 people viewing Vanguard right now. That's excellent. I'm really glad, because the other night there was like one whole person streaming Vanguard. Like right now is the opportunity to see Vanguard in all of its glory. Whether you like it or not, give it a try. And give feedback that's worthy. Don't just say, ooh, game sucks. That's not good feedback. You know, I could say that about Tetris, or, you know, the Snake game on the old phones. Alright? You gotta give good feedback. Good to feed the back. Yeah. Oh, come on. That was weird. Let's take a look. Let's see what's going on in the old Reddit machine, if anything. Not really. Not really. No. It's okay. No. Here we go. Sorry. Nope. Nothing. Nothing. Reddit is boring today, which I'm surprised. You know, recent drama and things like that between like Test Alliance and what's that? The Rejected. You know, there's been some null stuff happening. So I don't know. We shall see, or we won't. I don't really care. Not in a bad way. I just cool. Cool. Oh man, oh man, oh man. YOLO. How far are we? Oh, we're already at 12. Sweet. Sweet. Yeah. How is this looking? Okay. Nice. Somebody just doing some exploration, which that'll be on the menu here soon, because I'm going to do some exploration as well. Pretty nice. I love coffee. Coffee is good. Coffee is life. I think that instead of like the potential for large scale like mobilization operations like with militaries like across the planet, honestly, like world leaders should just sit down with like the absolute best coffee that that humans can provide, just slow sip that and just have a adult conversation. That'd be, I think that we could solve a lot of problems with coffee. Maybe that's it. Maybe everybody's just mad because they don't have the right coffee in their lives. You think so? I think so. That is absolutely not even close to, being truthful, but hey, it's worth a try at this point, Okay, so let's see here. We got this one finishing today. We got, let's just say 3 days, alright? So 3 days, we'll just say 3 days until these are done, and then we're starting the acquisition, or the, all the astrometric skills, acquisition, pinpointing, and range finding. And then, yeah, we're really punching them along. We'll fly a 10 billion ISK pacifier. Not really. Yum. do. All right. I like when people beg for an LP fleet, but it's not even an LP day. Like, seriously? Come on, dude. At least look at the opportunities for the day before begging for stuff. I'm not trying to call people out, but geez, do some research. It goes a very long way. Oh, man. Do, 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 do. Oh, yeah. Right. Got this one. Come on, man. Wow. Look, he's barely moving. What? Just trying to lead. Packed smart home. Okay. What? Internet upgrade. Still blurry screen though. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah. That's on purpose. On the edges at least. Hello there. I say upgrade, more like repairs, maybe is probably a better word. I don't even know anymore. They've been out here so many times to try and fix things. Ugh. It's just ick. Hello there. How are you today on this Friday? see, what was... okay, I see what you're saying. 07! 07, mate. Hello? For some reason, that system always sticks in my head. You ready to get this weekend kicked off? Or is your weekend already kicked off? I don't know. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oof. Do. Oh yeah. That was an email. I have that already, so I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway. Bam. Keep drinking my coffee here. Coffee makes the world go round. Yay! Right. Oh wait, that one's good to go. Get your daily opportunities. If you do not, you are missing out. You are missing out. So, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Okay. Making some money. It's been spicy. So there's been quite a bit of chatter now that the Alliance tournament is open for business. I've been watching the channels in there and the official Discord. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. They've been doing a good job of kind of getting things prepped and ready. Then I believe it's the 23rd when the official rules come out. So that'll be nice. Yeah, it'll be nice. Then I'm curious to see what the teams are like this year, since now that some of the Alliance Tournament ships actual can be used in the tournament. So that's going to be a big time. It's going to be pretty cool. And I know the closer we get to September, you know, nullsec is like just waiting on what's going to happen as far as projection nerfing. Ugh. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Luckily, that shouldn't affect me too much for what I do. It shouldn't. Hashtag, you know, hope not. But, yeah. Yeah. We're getting there, baby. Hashtag line member. Yeah, same here. I don't get paid to, you know, read or deal with the politics. I just join fleet, push F1. I am an F1 monkey, and I do not care. No more leadership positions. I'm tired of that stuff. I just want to play the game to play the game now. I'm just a happy, ignorant goon. Oh, man. So, what is up? What do you do in this silly little game that for some reason we still play? I don't understand why. There we go. There we go. Sweet. Kablam. Yes. Yes. Mm-mm-mm. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Come on. There we go. Yes. Ooh, yeah. I'm a pilot of independent means. Very nice. Very nice. That is interesting. I like the way that you put that. I like the way you put it. Good for you. Have you been playing for a long time? You're probably a 2003 character, like, haha, you know? What I wanted to do is that. Nah, that's what I thought. Since 2007. Ah, okay. Same here. Same here, actually. Same here. Very cool. Very cool, man. Very cool. What is it you like to do in this silly little game? Or does independent means mean, shut up, dude, I don't want to say. You randomly join public NPSI fleets. That's good. That's good. So that's no, those are fun. In the Imperium, we really can't do those. We're not allowed to. But yes, they are fun. Like I see when Pando does them and stuff like that. Yeah, NPSI fleets are pretty cool. It's a good way to meet other people too, especially from, you know, all over the game. It's pretty awesome. I do this when I am not in a fleet, because I do this so that way it's low, like, brain power. That way I can spend my time talking to cool people such as yourself and make like $1 an hour. You know, well, an ISK an hour, I guess I should say. Yeah, this is not worthy of making money, but it's a smooth brain gameplay. So yeah. And I'm actually about to do some exploration here soon, finishing up some skills, so that way I can do it properly, and go try that out as well. Do something different versus just spin a stupid Ishtar. Yeah. Ishtar spinning is the most dull thing to do. It's dull to see, but hey. But yeah, NPSI fleets, those are fun. We used to do those back in the day. Ah, dang it. I messed that up. I should have done that differently. See, you don't play for a whole day and you forget how to play. What the heck? Yep, there we go. Right. Let's go that. Warp drive active. Okay. We'll go ahead and get that one is almost good to go. Whee! Yeah, they're easy to join and no commitments needed. Yeah, that's right. Join, whale on some stuff, and go home. Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. And plus, there's like nothing behind it, like no structure, like, oh my god, the politicking and blah, blah, blah. Like, no. Nope, just go have fun. That is the best way. Let's see, how about we look at that? We'll go that way. We'll go that way. Very nice. Yes. Alright, we're good. Just get on the other side here. We'll be ready. Do. Like a really big one that used to happen a lot, Spectre Fleet. It's sad that they're no longer doing that, but yeah, Spectre Fleet was a good one. That was a good one. The Saber. We. All right. Hey. Okay. Go ahead and undock. Bam. Yeah. Okay. We'll drop this. Deuce. Bam. Every time I log in for the first time every single day, those stupid brackets are always off. Every time. It's annoying. One, two, three, four, five. There we go. There are some spin-offs of former Spectre FCs. Yeah, there are. You're right. You are right. You are right. I feel, though, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel though there's not as with those some of those FCs going in different directions and still doing a form of it. Um, it's not the same. I feel like it's not as active. But I don't see everything, so I could be wrong. And I more than likely am. More than likely am. Yes. Bam. Do. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man. Well, that went weird. Ugh. Yay! Okay, there's that. There's always one left over. Dagnabbit. Always. There's some... Pretty much died after Varian left. Yeah. I didn't read that part. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they were around for years. They did a lot of cool stuff, too. A lot of good stuff. But it happens. Happens to the best of us. It is all right. Warp drive active. What? Live to feet. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, Fenris just went live so where they could go terrorize somebody with their Tech 2 ships. There we go. Do. So what are your plans for this weekend? Doing anything fun or just trying to avoid the heat of outside? Yeah, hub website run by Fun Inc. It's still somewhat active. Oh, see, I didn't even know that. That's cool. That is interesting. I didn't know there was a website for such things. That's pretty cool. Gotta love the ingenuity of people. Gotta love it. Alright, there's that. Ooh. Bam. There we go. Trying to avoid the heat. Gonna watch the soccer finals and the F1 race this weekend. Ah, there you go. That's cool. I'm more interested in Formula 1 than I am the soccer. Don't really care about it as much. Football. Don't really care. But yeah, Formula 1, that's fun to see. I would like to see that in real life. That would be interesting to see. That would be cool. Like, it was a little over a month ago, we went to the Indianapolis 500. That was pretty awesome to see. That was cool. I just 300,000 people though. I didn't like that part, but didn't like that part. But hey, it's all right. A one-time experience. I'm okay with it. Oh, okay. But yeah. To tell you the truth, I don't even know what's happening with the soccer matches. I don't know who is left or anything like that. No clue, man. No clue. But avoiding the heat, that is definitely a smart decision. Because, like, what's it going to be today? I know it's going to be hot. So it's only going to be 88 today. So I'm going to break out the sweaters because it's sub 90 for a change. Yeah. And then 90 tomorrow. But next week, though, it drops back down into, like, the 80s. So I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Yeah. Do. Do. Oh yeah. Hello. Hello. You are from Korea. That's cool. That is cool. I know somebody that just came from Korea. He was there for a year. That is, he had a lot of fun. Ate some interesting food and things like that. Yeah. Cool stuff. Hello there. You enjoy this silly little video game as well? Hello. Heck yeah. It's pretty cool, though. That's the one thing I like about doing this stuff, because you can meet people. You can meet people across the planet and, you know, get to know other people. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty awesome. And not just because of Eve, but because, you know, Twitch, and, you know, just the power of video games in general. You can play with people from everywhere, just about. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it. It makes the world a much smaller place. Can you imagine our great-grandparents thinking like, yeah, hey, someday we're just gonna have a, you know, little electronic device and be able to talk to people everywhere on Earth? Wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah. Do. Oh, yep, there we go. Alright, alright. The next one. Oh, yeah. No. No. Which one are you? Okay, you're that one. We'll take care of that one too. Bam. One. Okay. Aha! sir. J2. Right. So I watched, so while the internet was being worked on yesterday, it kept going up and down, up and down, up and down. I decided to just sit down, watch movies since I couldn't get on video game. So I decided to sit down and watch Lucy. It's several years old, but interesting movie about the cerebral capacity and you know what happens if all of a sudden you get control and usage of your entire brain. Hey, I'm a few days into the game and used my skill points to fit out for abyssals. I'm now waiting for more skills to go up the tiers. Is it worth spending my time farming ISK for skill injectors, or should I just save my ISK for other stuff? That's a loaded question, honestly. It really just depends on what your end goal is and just how fast you want to get there with your skill points. Me, I am not a skill injector person. I do not want to waste it. To me, it is a waste of ISK to buy skill injectors, you know, to give yourself a quick boost of skills. It looks enticing, especially if you're still newer to the game. You got a lot of support skills and stuff that really doesn't matter, but it does matter. So, honestly, I would save... How about we do this like, you know, your real life money rule, like, you know, wants versus needs. How about you save a certain percentage and you say, you know, and then you can spend a certain percentage because, you know, ISK makes the world go around. You could go either way with it. If you want the quick skills, then yeah, an injector would be the approach. Like, what are skill injectors at right now? I don't know because that's the wrong region. Let's take a look at this. Now this is a 0-0 region, so this is absolutely not the best example. So a large skill injector, let's just say give or take 800 million. If you're new to the game, like, well, you just said you're newer to the game, so that's 500,000 skill points. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Also, in Eve, bigger is not better. Don't try to speed run. Yeah. It is. Yeah. It's very much a second, third, and fourth job if you let it become that. So, I would not spend money on skill injectors. If I were you, I would get into the game. I would learn it. Just skill naturally for a while. And, you know, just build up those abyssals, just get some more experience. The Magic 14, you know, those are the most important skills because they affect everything. Definitely those. But if you were going to use skill injectors, honestly, I would do it a little bit later because wasting a skill injector on, you know, kinetic armor hardening, you know, or compensation, sorry, 4 or 5, you know, that sucks. But if you spend it on, you know, Caldari Frigate 5, you know, that helps. You know, things that are a lot more beneficial. But at the end of the day, your ISK, your choice. Of course, there's a damn ad break. A darn ad break, that's what I meant. I said darn. I said darn. I'm just not sure what to spend ISK on. I'll have 200 million, and I'm staring at Gila. Oh, so a Gila is an outstanding ship. I love the Gila. It's a good ship. It's very new-ish players friendly because of the bonuses that it gets. Get a super daddy. Yeah, that's right. Find yourself a sugar daddy. Yeah. 200 million ISK is good, you know, a good little pot of money. Don't fly what you can't afford to replace instantly. So a Gila is, you know, it can be expensively fit. Like, let's take a look at the Gila. Let's take a look. What does it cost out here? So a Gila out here is 229 million. Let's just say 230 million. So, and then you got your fitting and stuff like that. Honestly, save your risk. Skill naturally for a while because there's thresholds as far as the injectors go. If you really, really want to do something like that, and if you have the capability, of course, maybe look into some of the packs. Like there's the boost pack and stuff like that, packs. So like there's the boost packs that can do stuff for you. So maybe look into that. Maybe look into that character training. You know, because it also comes down to, you know, all the different things that take place. You know, your how you're remapped as far as your training. Also, do you have implants in your head for training? I always have, you know, a learning clone. And then, you know, the genius booster on top of that to train as fast as humanly possible. So there's a few different avenues of approach. I would not spend your hard-earned ISK on injectors. Learn the game. Take the time to learn the game because it is infinitely deep. And, you know, just skill naturally for a while. That would be my suggestion. That would be mine. Yeah. Okay, we're good. That's what I would do. But I'm also old. I am not a fan of skill injectors. I think skill injectors should only be useful up to battleship. Anything that is capital ship related, including guns, you know, any form of anything that goes on a capital ship, such as, you know, energy transfers, armor, you know, blah blah blah. All the ships and stuff like that, I think that they should not be allowed for injector usage because yeah. But that's my opinion. I know that hurts some feelings when I say that out loud, and I'm gonna have to watch my shadow when I go out in public. But yeah, that's my opinion, baby. Oh man. Sorry. Sorry, I had to, when the wife texts, you have seconds to answer before you get in trouble. So that's what I was doing. I apologize. No, that's fair. I'm coming at it with zero experience, so I appreciate the input. I generally don't know what's important yet, so yeah. Ask all the questions you can. As a newer player, there is no stupid question, and anybody that tells you otherwise, they don't deserve to be, you know, in a form of helping anybody. So don't trust those people. Ask all the questions you can. I don't know how social of a butterfly you are, but in the EVE Online Discord, there is a new player section where people can ask questions, and a good majority of the time you'll get a real answer. There's some trolls, or, you know, just find people that you can, I don't want to use the word trust, but will not BS you with an answer. So, but yeah, ask all the questions. Over the last 20 plus years, we've had, you know, so many people that are much smarter than myself have made tools and websites, you know, guiding newer players and, you know, just generally helping for the most part. There's a few bad apples. Don't go to Reddit. Reddit is not the place you want to do that at. Reddit is a cesspool. But anyway, yeah, just ask all the questions. All the questions. Never not a question. Fittings, you know, what ships, you know, what should I do? How should I progress? You know, like, what is this? You know, do it. Ask all the questions, learn. Because it is a very steep learning curve. Even with the new player experience, it's not all-encompassing. Not all-encompassing. Yeah, and figuring out what's important or not, that also kind of depends on you. And if you're in a corporation, or an alliance that's, you know, semi worth their weight in salt, then, you know, they're going to have doctrines, you know, certain ships and tackle and things like that, and logistics, specific fittings for ships. That's what's important to them, and that's what they're going to try to push on you. Now, when it comes to money making and personal wealth, it really just depends on what do you want to do. Do you want to gas huff in a wormhole? Do you want to mine? Because industry is the backbone of this entire game. 100%. Industry is the only reason this game can exist with a player-driven market. You know, research and development, just general industry, refining, using that stuff, building something cool out of it. Yeah, that's exactly, you know, what makes the Eve world go round and round. So it just depends on you. It just depends on you. There is, you know, there's something for just about everybody. Like, I do this. For a newer player, this might be decent ISK. For a player like me that's been playing for 19 years, this is not decent ISK. But it's something that a smooth brain individual like myself can do. And spend the rest of my brain power, you know, talking to cool people like yourselves. And hopefully answering questions. If I don't know an answer, we're going to Google. We're going to use Googly. And we're going to find out. We'll find out together. We're in this together, people. I'm just joking. That's really cheesy. It's just cheesy. Okay. Kablam. Come on. There we go. One mo. Hey, we did it. I'm so excited. I'm currently so low. My eye was caught by industry, but my understanding is that it takes an extremely long time and quite a bit of capital to get going. So I've set up for abyssals to farm. It seems to be a great way to make ISK early on. Yeah, it is. Now, if you're doing abyssals and, you know, you're using that to jumpstart an industrial career, yeah, absolutely, if you want. Yeah, there is nothing wrong with that. Yeah, industry is definitely huge, and its scalability is basically infinite. You know, when it comes to your mining, you know, just researching, copying, blueprints. When it comes to component building and stuff, I mean, you could scale that to as big as your, you know, brain can fathom, and it'll never end. Yeah, industry is definitely the way of the world. There are the ones that, you know, just make raw ISK, such as myself, because I use this as the multifaceted approach. I kill the rats for the bounty. I have a mobile tractor unit that pulls in all the wrecks and sucks up all the loot, okay? And then I have this guy who comes in and takes that loot and then salvages the wrecks for even more stuff. I take all these things, I melt them down with my refining skills into raw components or mineral types, and then I sell it for ISK, okay? So that's what I do. That is what I do. It's not a lot, but it's honest work. I'm the one Ishtar in this game that is not a bot. Solo isn't bad. It's extremely difficult, don't get me wrong. well, depending on what you're doing and where you live. Solo, I have nothing against that, but it does get difficult, especially if you end up turning fully to industry. Then, there's the possibility of needing to scale for different mineral types and stuff like that. But hey, it's whatever you want. What's up, Aparlo? How are you today? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Have you seen my baseball? Hello there. If you did not know it, people, Aparlo is a world-renowned Halo and Call of Duty player. I'd like to supply wars and things like that eventually. Being a space arms dealer that turns the tide sounds too cool. It does. Yeah, if you own the arms race, you own the war. Yeah, and not to mention it's ridiculously lucrative if done correctly. So, yeah, I feel you on that one. Even if it's something as simple as stocking markets and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's definitely a lucrative endeavor. Definitely. 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 Good one, it is my youngest brother's birthday. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I am just staying inside to avoid the heat because it be hot. It be hot out. So that's what I am doing. And getting this weekend kicked off because this is Tiny Sparkler's birthday this weekend. So, yeah, baby. Yep. She turns the big 1-1. She's 11, thinking she's 18. Did y'all ship the cup yet so I can tell Mom to look for it? That would be a question for Mystic. So I sit here and I play video games. I am not a smart person. She does all the stuff that requires brain power, right? You know it's true, Aparlo. You've been around for a while. You know that that is true. She is the smart one. I just exist. That's what I'm allowed. Forced projection discussion. It just got published. It just got published on Discord. The EVE Online Discord. Yep. True. Came into my chat like 2-3 streams. Yeah. I seen you. I was in there as well, with her. But yeah, I seen that. I seen you having fun. Yeah. There's an in-game chat called Abyssal Lurkers. Yeah, there's actually an entire Abyssal website as well. EVE Online. Abyssal Tracker. Abyssal. Wait, where was it? Am I dumb? Am I dumb? Wow. Come on. What? Seriously? I'm just waiting on this stupid little website. Oh yeah, maybe? Bueller. Is it just me, or does it, like, the website not work? How about that? Abyss Tracker. That's also an Abyssal website. Lots of helpful people in there. Might have to jump in and say, hey, yeah, do it. There's, there's just about a website or, utility for just about everything in this silly game. So definitely take advantage of it because there's people that have spent a lot of time, metagaming, the ones and zeros to maximize both income and efficiency. So where there's a will, there's a way, my friend. Yeah. Gonna build a bear. Ooh, build a bear. That's fun. Yeah. Oh, we did that twice. Bueller, I think twice. But yeah, build a bear is funny. It's funny because, never mind. Anyway, yes, you're right. Oh. Oh, okay, so it's just slow. Okay, so it's not me. Yeah, because we had our internet fixed just, well, allegedly fixed. See, I just had packet loss again. I'm at 181 packets, or I'm sorry, frames dropped. Yep, yep. The internet sucks, man. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So, hey, it's been almost an hour and a half. I need to get up and walk around for a second. My knees are destroyed. Thank you, Army. Appreciate that. So I need to walk around, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to walk correctly for the rest of the day. So I suggest everybody else do it. Do some push-ups. Maybe get something to drink. I don't know, but I will be back very, very, very momentarily. All right. Chat is abyssal lurkers. Sorry to. Yeah, tell Tony I said happy. Yeah, yeah. I will tell her when she wakes up. Yesterday she was a semi-professional babysitter for the neighbor kids. So yeah, she was. She had to get up at 6 a.m. She was not happy with that, but she made some money. So that's all that matters. And she gets to do it again tomorrow. What a loser. 6 a.m. on a Saturday. That sucks. Don't walk too far. I won't, because if I walk too far, I won't come back. I'm kidding. Walking is good. What's that saying? You gotta keep moving to stay moving, or stay moving to keep moving. Something like that. Anyway, whatever, dude. Whatever. Anyway, yep, be right back. Go get something to drink. Maybe get a snack. I don't know. But just a couple of minutes. Real fast. I need to get a drink. Let's see how bad the humidity is outside as well. The corn is sweating. It really is. It really is. All right. Woohoo! Alright, I'm back. I'm back, baby. I'm back. Alright, alright. You gotta move it, move it. Yes. Now I'm gonna have that song. I am here. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Yeah, that is true. That is true. All right. Okay, anyway, I'm back. You gotta move it, move it. Yeah, I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head all day now. Thank you for that. Alright, yeah. 21, alright, goody, 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 goody. Let's get the next one going, shall we? Alright. Did I? Yes. Alright. So, yes. Abyssals are cool, though. Abyssals are interesting. I know somebody that triple hawks abyssals. I don't know. And it is, it looks fun. Honestly, I've never done it. But, yeah. It's pretty cool to see, man. Pretty cool to see. Let's just go that direction. Come on. There we go. Whee! Go get them, boys. Go get them. Oh, look at it. It's like having rabid dogs. Like, sick them. Sick them. 201 now. Yeah, just a little bit. It's okay. Bam. Alright. Yeet! There you go, Parlo. Oh, man. How about we go with that? We'll follow you. We'll follow you. There we go. Seems crazy fun the higher you go. Plus tons of ISK. Great way to get into multi-accounts and my industry stuff. Yes. As well as if you decide to roll some of the modules. If you get some decent Abyssal mods, you can roll them and, you know, get even better stats. So, yeah. It's pretty cool too. Yeah. It is cool. I remember DJ and Dylan would all, yeah, I know. And then my voice would be like dead because of that. Yeah, you're right. Yep, yep. You're right. It would kill my voice. Yeah, back to back to back. You know, that's a person I haven't talked to in such a long time. Dylan. Dylan. I wonder what he's doing these days. I wonder. I don't know. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay, yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, we'll follow you just a little bit longer. We'll follow you just a little bit longer. Yeah, Dylan I haven't talked to in a while. A very, very long time. Actually, DJ I haven't talked to in a while either. Wonder what he's up to. I wonder. I need to look at this. Okay. Yeah, it's about right. We'll go ahead and drop this now. Oops. That's not what I wanted. That is what I wanted. Bam. 3! Alright. Now we'll start sucking up the wrecks. Are the skills I learned by doing Abyssals transferable to PvP? No, it's not a completely different game. Any skill you train just about is going to be helping you in PvP. Do you know what I mean by the Magic 14? Do you know the Muffin Man? That's what I was looking for. Okay. Do you know the Muffin Man? Yeah, the Magic 14. But anyway, no, most skills are transferable, except for like, industry or something like that. But pretty much any skill that you learn can be, used later on for PvP. Abyssals, like especially if you concentrate on like the frigates or the cruisers, as you build up your drone skills and your gunnery skills, or maybe even your missiles, any of that stuff is transferable because it's all a single universe. So anything you do here, it's PV, PVE, whatever, however it's said, but it's all one area. So perfecting frigates or something like that is definitely going to be useful in PvP. Tackle or, interceptor roams or, assault frigates are good, like such as like the Harpy, things like that. Yeah. So yeah, all skills are relatable. Definitely. I think it was something crazy like you could train every day. What was it, like 30 years or something like that straight and still not max out all the skills. So with the accounts that I run, the most skills that or the highest one that I have with skill points is about to cross 300 million skill points. And I've been playing since 2007. I did take a break in 2019 to 2024 because I thought that I was done with this game. I was wrong. But yeah, you could train just about forever. I'm actually to the point now, like this is my subcat PvP main. She has 254 million skill points, and I'm actually to the point now where I am literally doing perfection skills. So all of gunnery, missile, and stuff like that, just to, make them even better. But spec level 4 on any gun, like, small blaster specialization 4, that it's a 2% level per level as far as damage output. That 2% doesn't seem like a lot, but it could be the difference between, living and dying, in my opinion. But nope, not a completely different game. No, if you I'm not gonna. If you specialize for just abyssals, I mean, you'd probably have to add a couple of skills to make it good for PvP, but it's still going to be so close. Completionist in my 50s, yeah. 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 But at this stage, income should be your primary thing, while beefing up like support skills. The Magic 14, your shield and armor skills, like, this kind of stuff, like your hardeners, tactical shield compensation, or tactical shield manipulation, and like, the same with like your armor skills and stuff like that. Engineering is also a big one. CPU management and weapon upgrades and stuff like that. Those are extremely important. If you want passive income while you're not playing the game, planetary industry is a good thing to get into. Not as profitable in high sec because the Pacos have such a high tax rate depending on where you're doing it. But in my opinion, passive income is passive income at that level. So just, doing some simple PI, so when you're not online, you're still making money technically. Every ISK counts, right? Every ISK counts. Every ISK counts. Ooh, a dev blog just posted for the future of force projection, which that's huge. That's a huge thing. You can learn basic navigation mechanics, traversal, staying within weapons range, and abyssals. Well, Oh yeah, that is. I didn't even think about that. Thank you. Um, yeah, learning those things. You know, the velocity of the ships. They're transversal because um, those are very important aspects, especially coming to PvP, because you don't want to fly directly at somebody because then they're going to have a really high chance of hitting you. But working on your orbits and stuff like that. All right. So you can definitely do that. All right, so we're going to look at this because this is huge. This affects everything. This is what people have been talking about for years as far as force projection. If you don't know what I mean by force projection, I'm talking about the ability for large alliances and blocks of alliances to move quickly to counter an enemy threat um, with little to no, drawback. So, all right. But before going for that, I want to take a little bit of time to think about define force projection. Combination of ability reach and response time. Yep. Over the last few expansions, this has become the #1 most talked about issue in EVE Online so far, as it makes it up to us via the CSM and various player feedback channels. Why is it a problem? Oh boy. That these powerful groups can respond to activity in a space outside of their operations too quickly, effectively intervening in small-scale conflicts and making it nearly impossible for newer groups to get any meaningful foothold in areas of space like nullsec. Okay. Oh, so this is the current Anzablex changes. Oh, okay. We firmly believe that a healthy and thriving Eve smaller groups. In a coming update, we want to begin addressing long-range force projection via Ansible-X jump networks first, because we have a few solutions at hand that we are ready to try. Interesting. Making space for smaller and newer groups. We believe they are too strong and not applying enough tension in interesting and meaningful ways. We recognize that people use Ansible-X for other things beside force projection, such as navigating the day-to-day jobs required to live in nullsec and maintain an empire. With that in mind, we have also a goal of ensuring we don't impact day-to-day as much as possible while placing tension on long-range projection. Eve is one of the best states it's been in a while. We're getting regular balance updates with inputs from... okay. How do we plan to do it? Alright. Okay. So, we started with jump fatigue. If you do not know what jump fatigue is, if you are in a ship with a jump drive, you can use that ship and jump. And when you do so, it makes you tired, so to speak, that, you can't jump again for a certain amount of time, depending on how far or what the light years are that you've jumped. And if you do that too many times, that timer keeps going up and up and up until you have to wait it out, kinda. So that's what jump fatigue is, alright? Basically it would be applied as you jump through ANSIs, and the amount applied would be increased the further you jumped from your SOV capital. What I liked about it was it leans on existing mechanism and is fairly straightforward. However, this is not my ideal solution for a few reasons. I personally don't love gameplay systems that prevent individuals from taking actions. Things like stun, locking, and jump fatigue somewhat falls in this category for me. Okay. So what else can we do? Alright. Anziblex capacitor. Every structure in EVE has capacitor, but it's not something to really expose or use mechanically. Alright. Isn't this just going to destroy trading or hauling, or am I missing something? So, they want to make it to where larger empires have a more difficult time of responding to threats, but they're trying to limit how impactful it is on the little guy, such as myself, who is doing my, daily industry, or, I have to move some stuff from point A to point B. So, let me kill these, and then we can get back to looking at what it is. But 2 more frigates. We'll get there in a second. Come on. Come on, buddy. There we go. Alright, so there's that one. Got 5. Alright, let's go back to this. Alright, so Anziblex capacitor. Every structure in EVE has capacitor, but it's not something really exposed or used mechanically, very strong at the moment, but we thought, why not lean into another systemic element that exists and is already broadly understood and used in EVE Online. Our current design is that when a ship jumps through an Anziblex gate, it uses some of the Anziblex capacitor. The bigger and more powerful the ship is, the more capacitor it uses. When the capacitor hits 0, no ships can jump through it until it replenishes and has enough capacitor to facilitate the jump of the ship. Okay. Let's see. So basically, if you jump, what they're proposing is you jump through an Anziblex jump bridge, and it'll use some of the bridge's capacitor depending on the ship's size. When it reaches 0, it has to start rebuilding capacitor to allow more jumps. Alright, so zoning. Zoning is another thing. 2 zones that affect the fare costs when you jump through it. Zone 1 will be centered around the SOV capital and reduce the fare cost 0, meaning ships can fly freely around the capital regions. It will be 0 to 5 light years from the SOV capital space. After that, there will be 4 additional zones, 1 through 5, that radiate outwards and increase the fare cost of an Anziblex jump based on distance. Okay. So if you're close to the capital, you can still use it for a 0 cost on the capacitor. But the further out you go, the more capacitor it uses. Alright, so that's the premise. Capital And yeah, so no capitals and super capitals will no longer be able to use in Anzablex. Well, duh. That should have been a thing since the beginning. Honestly, I don't like that capitals at all can use gates. I think they should take that away again. That's the way it used to be. It's a capital ship. It shouldn't be meant for a gate. It's too big. And also too much mass. So I know that, you know, somebody's going to hate me for saying that. But I don't think they should be allowed to use gates at all. Or Anzablex. They should just be using their jump drive with fuel. But, so they have their own traversal mechanics. Yeah, see, exactly. You know, they already have their own version of an Anzablex jump bridge via a jump drive. Are these Anzablex? So it's a player made. Hang on, let me I can show you, okay? So, you know how in EVE Online you have your stargates, right? You have your stargates. You know, system to system to system. If you look at the map here, if you see these lines, all right? Let me see. Geography? Is that what I wanted? No. Statistics? I don't think that's it either. Nope. Not industry. Activity. I'm a dumb. I can't remember how to do it because I'm dumb. Avoidance systems. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. Get back to this. You see, so these are all systems, right? All these systems are connected by gates. And then you have your regional jumps. An Anzablex jump bridge are these little green lines. And what it does is, like, you can see a network. It's kind of like a highway. What you can do is, like, here's a good one. So instead of going, you know, gate to get to this system right here, which is 3TAC 0FYP, instead of going from this system, KZ9TTAC Charlie, you know, instead of going all these gates, and then, you know, to get here, what you do is you take a bridge, and what it does is it instantly links these two systems together, meaning you skip all of these gates, and you instantly travel to that system. That's what an Anzablex jump bridge is. And yes, it is player made. They are player made. It's a sob structure that is used in nullsec. That's what it's for. Alright, let's continue. We will be changing Anzablex control list, access control list. An ACL is a list of, you can put individuals, corporations, alliances on this list. You can say they can use this, but they can't use this. They can dock, but they can't use station services. They can't, you know, they can use the jump bridge. They can't use the jump bridge. And it's part of the whole standing system. We will be changing Anzablex to the alliance only. This will give alliance control over which of their members can traverse through Anzablex gates, but constrained usage to the organizational unit of an alliance. So what this means is that if it's a Goon Swarm Federation held bridge, only goons can use it. That's what that means. With this design, we'll make a few other design. Removing the need for there to be liquid ozone. Okay, so that'll help. No more ozone in bridges. Okay. We'll also removing tolling from Anzablexes since they will only be applying to an alliance. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. So that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be a huge change, honestly. That's massive. Holy shnikes. That is going to be an interesting thing. It's a heck of a concept. So yeah, I'm curious. I mean, what's gonna happen? It's gonna be interesting. I'm assuming a lot of null low-sec economy flows through those. No, all empires do, honestly. All empires do. I'm trying to remember. I need to see. I'm trying. How do I see all the bridges? There is a way to see all bridges. Sovereignty. There used to be a way. Unless it's just me being dumb. No. Factional warfare, insurgencies, services. Maybe it is services. No. Geography. Huh. There used to be a way. I think I'm just dumb. I think that's what it is. Nope. Layout. More. Oh, there it is. I'm stupid. Okay. Here is all the bridges in the game, okay? All of these bridges. So this is the current Anzablex network for the whole flippin' game. So these are all the superhighways that, you know, nullsec empires can, you know, traverse to get to their various parts of space. So that's what's going to happen. They're making a change to affect all of that. Okay. So yeah. But yes, logistics flows through that. Clearly, fleets flow through that to go meet an adversary or go stop an adversary. Oh, yeah. It is going to be an interesting concept, though. Oh, yeah. That's such a huge change. Lots of fighting over those. Good time to get into the gun-making business. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. It's gonna be an interesting change, that's for sure. All right, so let's bring that one in. Okay. We'll drop this. Okay, next. That is going to be a massive change. I don't know how I feel about it. The capacitor usage, I never even thought about that. That's a good concept. Capacitor on it versus liquid ozone or fatigue. Ooh. It will be interesting. Okay, next. The heck? Yeah, we'll go to you. We'll go to you. Should be interesting, though. It's going to be terrifying for a lot of smaller groups. I just hope that the whole ACL thing, because, you know, bridges being restricted to alliances that owning alliance only, you know, hopefully it doesn't force a lot of smaller alliances to fold into the bigger ones. Yeah, that would be terrifying, honestly. Yeah, that is a huge change, though. You are right. You are right. We'll go here. Come on. Yep. That is gonna be... It's a big one. So using a capacitor. That never even crossed my mind. Never even crossed my mind. Yep. Do. Come on, baby. We'll, keep pushing. Dagnabbit. Okay. Oh, yeah. We're good. Come on, get over there. There we go. Was this number 4? Yeah. Number 4. Mambo number 4. Alright, did I empty this one out? Yes. Alright, let's go clean up our mess. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool to see. I'm interested in the rollout of this. You're definitely gonna have a lot more people concentrated around the capital and the surrounding systems. Dang it. Athenor. Come on. Who are you? We'll go this way. Is the capital like Ajita? So an alliance, what they can do is when they take sovereignty, an alliance can set a specific system as the quote unquote capital. That also receives the highest like buffs as far as your activity to defense multiplier, meaning that sieging that system is even more difficult. So it's a part of the official mechanics, having that in place. So you definitely want to do that. Why not? Oh, why not? Let's see, where are you at? Alright. Oh, yep, that's why. Okay, bad guys. Bad guys. Alright, let's see. See you in 30 seconds. Who are you? I think you just came in through a wormhole. Pretty sure you did. Founded in 2015. Okay. Alright. We'll go up here. Bam. And we'll go there. Just trying to see where these dudes are. I don't know. Tedium is magic. I do. I do. I have visitors. I do. Let's see here. What can we, I do appreciate having I love interceptors, and I always find it cool when I'm doing, like, 4,000 meters a second. It wasn't until earlier this week that I realized when you click scan in the system, it makes a noise. Ah, that's why. I see. Oops, somebody lost a Demos. That's awesome. An Executor Navy issue. Okay. ENI! Where's my other buddy? There it is. Beep. Let's see what's going on here. I'll bet Reddit is about to explode because of this fatigue change. Or not fatigue, Ansplex. Oh, there it is. 28 minutes ago. It's funny. Is Reddit just the ganker community condensed? Yeah, and all the low sectors that, you know, that love to have wild discussions. Yes. Oh yeah, it's already going interesting. Oh man, there's gonna be so much hate. Oh man, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. There's a lot of people loving this. Alright, so, well, there's 2 more days of the login rewards, tomorrow and Sunday. So today's was just a couple of boosters, warp speed, inertia, and then scan probe strength and resolution. So that's not too big of a deal. But tomorrow some more Skinner stuff, and then on Sunday 5,000 skill points and 2,500 ever marks. Again, not that big of a deal. I mean, I'll take skill points. I love skill points. Do 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 do. All right. Oh man, the nullsec channel in the EVE Online Discord is just going interesting. This is funny. It's rather I'm curious. Oh man, that's funny. It's gonna be a busy time. It's gonna be a busy time. All right, so I guess in the meanwhile. Oh, that's one. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow. Yeah, the Reddit community is funny. Let's just say funny.
Docking request accepted.
Ooh. Who are you? All right. Yeah, but Reddit is Reddit's a funny place. See, this is why I want to be able to do exploration as well. So that way, if somebody comes into the system or something like that, I can just leave. I mean, I don't have to stay anyway, but still. But still. Let's go find him. Shall we? What will we do? We'll go that direction. But let's find out. Let's see who you are, if you're not cloaked. Ritaru. Ooh. Do people just have different accounts spread around, and if they get ganked, they just dock up and switch accounts? Yes. Yes, very much so. Yep, yep, yep. Very much so. See, that's the only thing that, you know, kind of is terrifying about this, because when it comes to multiple accounts, you can be anybody, you can be everybody, you can be nobody. That's why, like, the golden rule in Eve is don't trust anyone. And never ever give somebody director roles unless you basically know them in real life. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Okay. We go to the sun. What? A widow. Wait, maybe? No. That is definitely not the case. Alright, widow is gone. Okay. Alright. Let's see what happens. Okay.
Docking request accepted.
Alrighty. Okay, so we'll see what happens now. I don't know where these dudes went. Man, oh man, though, is this going to get interesting. It's definitely going to get interesting. I'm honestly scared because, you know, if this forces Y-dotting, you know, like that's going to be terrifying. Are there people that play support roles for corps, like run logistics or mine? Yes. Logistics, especially, most alliances and corporations and alliances have entire good God, logistics wings. Yeah, jump freighters, baby, jump freighters. Simple answer, yes, they do. Mining, no, I mean, there's group mining and things like that. Yes. There's industrial wings to a corporation and alliances that, you know, that's what their concentration is on. So, yeah. And it might not just be to progress the corporation. It also could be like, okay, hey, let's mine, let's build, let's sell, let's make some money. It could be that as well. So, you know, always keep that into account. But, yeah. Support roles? Definitely, man. Definitely. Always. Yeah, logistics is a huge thing in this game. Huge game. That's why, you know, using a Titan to launch freighters, or, you know, you have people with a bunch of jump freighters. Like, there's a guy, his name is Moonpire. He is a Russian streamer. He runs, you know, a couple dozen accounts, and a lot of it is logistical. So, yeah. I need to find myself a corp. Yeah, finding yourself a corporation is an extremely good goal to have. Just make sure it's the right corp for you. Shop around before you make choices. Because believe me when I say that the corporation and alliance you join can determine whether or not you can join a different alliance or corporation later on. Because the politics in this game is very deep. But yeah, finding the right corporation. There's a lot of corporations out there that promise you the world, and they give you a bag of manure instead, because they overextend or just blatantly, they're not honest. They just want more bodies for the front line, or whatever the case may be. So they're not the, you know, it's not the best. But shop around. There's a lot of different recruitment things out there as far as how to find a corporation. There's the EVE Online forums, there's the EVE Online Discord, there's EVE Jobs, which is a Reddit page. That's also a recruitment section. But just find a group that you think you can fit in with, and just like employment in real life, ask a bunch of questions. Ask a bunch of questions, find out the ins and outs. What are their requirements? Do they have like fleet requirements every month that you have to meet? What types of ships do you have to train into to fly with them? Blah, blah, blah. So make sure to do your research. And only you can do that. Only you can do that. Okay. But yeah. So hopefully that made sense. Do. Gotta pull out the old resume template. Yes. Then make sure to have a blood sample on standby. You're gonna give them your firstborn. You know, access to your bank accounts. You know, things like that. Just credit card numbers. Nothing crazy. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding. That would suck. That would be terrible.
Docking request accepted.
Docking request accepted. It is. Oof. Okay. Yes. Alright. This is what I wanted. Yes. Alright, we'll give it a try. Let's see what happens. Oops. We got another one, Dad. Alright. And now we'll launch. Boy, of course, it's so far away. So far away. Oh. Yep, the old resume. Do you have a CV before you join us? Yeah. Some corporations are extremely difficult to get into, but they're also highly efficient, and they've been around forever, so they keep a very close eye on their members to make sure that they have the best of the best of the best. It's like the Marines, but without the crayons. Be the... Oh, right. Yes, yes, yes. Stupidly quiet. Do. All right, there we go. Can people destroy gates? No. If you're talking about like a Stargate, like from system to system, no. That is a game resource. If you're talking about the gates that are near Jita, so all the surrounding gates like Jita, Perimeter, that stuff, no. They look damaged because of the current lore in the game. So no. You cannot destroy a gate. You can't disable a gate. You cannot alter a gate whatsoever, other than bubble it. You can drop bubbles around it to stop people from warping, but that's it. Yep. Nope, it's just lore. Yeah, exactly. All the gates that are surrounding Jita are damaged as part of a recent lore patch that came out. Yep. But that's it. That's it, homie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm having like sidebar conversations. But yes, 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 yes. Yeah, there's a lot of lore. There's an entire website that discusses just lore and everything for EVE Online. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, still no war. So there's massive discussions taking place at this nullsec thing. What I think is like, let's take a look at the Imperium, because that's what I have the most experience in. The Imperium is comprised of Goonswarm Federation and other allies. Those allies are far numerically smaller. So what I think is going to happen is that the low-sec tryhards and stuff like that will punish the Imperium and even Winterco by going to the further reaches, so away from Fraternity, away from Goons, go to the smaller allies, smash them, and, you know, constantly harass and beat their morale into the ground until there's no other choice but to either Y-dot into Goons or they just absolve, you know, completely. You know, I don't know if this is going to help or hurt, even though they say this is going to help. do. But yeah. What capacitor usage? I never would have thought of that. Everything has a capacitor. Keepstars have capacitors. All our ships have capacitors. Even capacitors have capacitors. I would have never thought of using a capacitor as, you know, part of the mechanic. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so it's going to be interesting. I'm definitely... Oh, and there it goes. Flip. Oh, come on. Get back to what you were. There we go. Alright, it's smoothing out. Monopoly would just enhance, but there might be a flip of corporate line, something figures something out. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, that's always a possibility. 07! Hello, Bulk. Hello. How are we today? We were just kind of discussing this nullsec shakeup as far as projection. Yeah, good. Glad you're doing well. Happy Friday. What would I need to start Abyssals? I'm a returning player after many years. Well, what you could do is there is a few different things. Like, let me take a look. Let me open up this tracker. Eve. Come on, baby. Ah, there it is. Alright. So, one thing you can do... Yeah, Gustav, yeah. Or that. Yeah, that's true. You could go watch... You know what? I'll look it up for you. I'll look it up for you, okay? I will do this. Let me see. Gustav... There we go. Hello? There he is. Okay, so if you want to learn about abyssals and how to do them, what you can do is this person right here. He's also a streamer, but he does abyssals all the time. He's basically perfected it. Fittings, the different levels of abyssals and stuff like that. Abyssal Tracker, the website that I posted above that, is also a website where there are fittings and things posted. So that would be your first thing. I would start small and work your way up. Abyssals are very, you know, they're time constrained. And if you do not exit in a certain amount of time, you will die. And also you have to be careful with abyssals because depending on where you're doing it and where your exit is, there might be some bad guys, some players on the other end of your exit waiting to blow you up and steal your loot. So it's just, you got to be careful. There's a hefty amount of risk that is in this. He is the god of Abyssal. Yeah, that's basically the best way of putting it ever. Yeah. I assume it makes reasonable ISK for getting started again. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You can triple box like Hawks and stuff like that. Yes, it's you can definitely do that and maximize your profits. You can also use some of those Abyssal mods. You can god roll them, hopefully, you know, and get better stats and things like that. So, yes. 3 days into the game and getting about 40 mil an hour. That's good. Yeah, so right there, boom, like that's it. 40 mil an hour. So that's excellent. go to the Avalon hacking event. A lot of the sites there spawn way off the Celestials, so you get some deep saves. Oh, yeah. See? Right there. Exploit in the making. No, I'm just joking. Yeah. No, that's a good one as well. Making a safe spot. You know, you're still going to have that few seconds when you initially land to GTFO. But yeah, mostly that is correct. Yep. But there is definitely a way to do it. Hey, thank you. What? It just restarted. Isn't that awesome? Hello. So our internet got worked on yesterday. Clearly it didn't get fixed. What the heck? Come on. There we go. That was stupid. I don't know what's going on right now. The light keeps dropping. Are we okay? Are we okay? Maybe? We'll try this. Alright, are we holding? Okay. Alright, we might be good. F5. Yeah, refresh. Yeah, F5. But I appreciate that. I don't know if you heard me. Thank you, Tom B. Thank you. I love it that it's the B in your name. I love it. We can be friends. We can be friends. Yeah, abyssals are a good way to make ISK. Especially when you get into the higher tier ones. You will definitely be able to do that. Hooray, I'm back. Yay, there we go. Yes, you are. Okay. Yeah, the deep saves. Yep. Alright, we're good. Alright. Should be good anyway. I don't know what's going on. I hate our internet. Internet sucks. I'm gonna need Internet 5 upgrade. You're right. You're right. That's the next step. So yesterday they did some physical work on the lines that go from the poles to the house. So the sad thing is that we're stuck on coax for now. Coax is obviously sucky. It's got a good download, don't get me wrong, but it's a shared connection. Coax is shared amongst your neighbors. So if there's a high traffic time, like, you know, basically 7 to 11 at night, you know, that can suck up your internet. And obviously streaming is about the upload. So we have like 1.25 gig down, so the download, and it's 35 megabit up, which is not even close, because to sustain, and I'm not even streaming on a high resolution. It's 1080, 30 frames with a 5,000 kilobit upstream for OBS. It's not that big of a deal compared to 35 megabit, but it's amazing how fast you could use that up really quick just by, you know, searching something on, you know, your phone or turning on your TV and surfing Netflix and stuff like that. So yeah, the level 5 upgrade is going to be next, and that's going to have to be the final form. Yeah. It's learning what the different NPC do and what to target first, and that's tricky in Abyss. Yes, that is tricky because of the different abyssal types, but if you do a lot of PvP, abyssals are kind of a smooth transition because you're going to know transversals and your velocity and your gun tracking and stuff like that, and vice versa. If you learn all that stuff doing it in abyssals, it'll give you kind of a little bit of an edge when it comes to PvP because you're going to know what those things mean, and, you know, your overview and stuff like that, having those numbers in front of you, you'll be able to use that to an advantage as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, now it says it. Last time I was playing, I was doing a bit of wormhole exploration, but remember it being pretty time-consuming. Yeah, wormholes are fun. It's for a very specific mindset, though, I would say. Wormholes are... I have nothing against wormholes. I've been in them. I haven't, like, lived in one, but, you know, traveling and things like that. Wormholes are cool, but it's a heck of a mindset to constantly be like descan, 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 close this hole, descan, descan, and no local, and you have no idea who is sitting there cloaked, watching you, waiting for the exact second to pounce. Yeah, yeah, love wormhole living. Yeah, see, yeah, some people love it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's cool. Not for me though. I'm what you call a baby. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Exactly. Oh, yeah, sorry. I love it because the stream died, so it thinks that I was done for the day, but I was not. Yeah. On for a few minutes in my break. Dude, Vince! What up? What up, man? How is work? How is work? At least, hopefully, you get, you know, inside and not outside suffering in this stupid heat. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Now, we were discussing the 0-0 changes that are coming. It sucks. Well, maybe. I don't think it's going to change much for me. Oh, you're outside at the moment. Ah. Yeah, the Anzablex changes that are coming. I loved it at the time, but I remember... TLDR, Anzablex jump bridges will only be able to be used by the owning alliance. No more ozone. It uses capacitor based on ship size. And also no more capital or no more capitals can go through a jump bridge. Link to info. Yes. Yes.
I can do it. I can do it.
Eve Online. Steve Online. There you go. That is the official, hot off the press, as of this morning, information that came out from CCCCPPPP. Do you live in a wormhole? Ow. I just poked myself in the eye. That was stupid. Anyway. All right. Okay, so let me get to that. Just got back a couple months ago. Nice. I love it. Yeah, wormholes are fun. Guessing anything with a jump drive can't use an ANSI now. They're pushing in that direction. Yes, that's what they announced. Of course, you know, it's a couple of months before this goes live, so they could tweak the crap out of it. But yes, that is the point. No more liquid ozone. I don't know if you still have to pay a fee. But no more ozone. It uses capacitor usage, and then when it reaches, you know, 0, it has to start rebuilding the capacitor to allow ships to go through it again. There's going to be 5 zones. Zone 0 is around your capital system that uses no capacitor. Zone 1, a little bit of capacitor. Zone 2, even more. 3 and 4, you know, so on and so forth. In other words, the further out from your capital system you go, the more capacitor it uses, making projection hard. Probably would have saved my arena yeeted through when it died. Yeah, you're definitely right. So that is that. Okay, yeah. So, Sinos should be the same way. No more fatigue, just cap. Yeah, that could be a way. I mean, this could open the door, like, to a whole bunch of, you know, potential changes. So, definitely. Definitely, man. A metamorphosis. A metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. Who are you? I don't know who you are, but okay. But yeah. I don't know. It's a huge discussion point, obviously. The low-sec tryhards are already chiming in. I'm just messing. Well, they are, but anyway. It's fun. We'll definitely see how this polishes out. There's no numbers yet, like on the capacitor for said Anzablex and what each ship hull type, you know, takes every time you jump. So we don't know any of that information yet, but that's the big one. What I think is I mean, the ACL thing makes sense. There are some things that an alliance owns that should be restricted to said alliance. And one of them, I think, is sovereignty structures. I think that, yeah, a jump bridge, a Sino beacon, you know, stuff like that, I think those should be restricted to the alliance that owns it. It makes sense. That really does make sense. Does that hurt your allies? Absolutely it does. But right now, EVE Online nullsec is in a constant state of the Cold War status, and yeah, that's bad for the game. There's no wars. There's no incentive to go to war. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're awesome. But there's no reason to go to war, and that sucks. That there's no good in that. It's too comfortable, and it shouldn't be. You know, the empires got too big, I think, and there's no reason to go to war because sovereignty is cookie cutter. Everybody can make their sovereignty the same way. There's no specific resources in one area versus another to make a driver for war. So that kind of sucks also. I know it's all about fair and balanced gameplay, but that's not what makes the game thrive. Thankfully, all the NZs I take are frat-owned anyway. Yeah, see, for you that makes sense. And for me that would make sense as well because I'm a goon. And I don't really leave goon space anyway. But, alright, back to work. Have fun at work while I sit here and play video games and make a fool of myself. Have fun, homie. Have fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Back to work, baby. Back to work. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. I'm curious on other thoughts. I know that it's hard. And it's going to be like when they introduced a blackout. If anybody is old enough to remember, they had blackout in nullsec for a very short time where they shut off local. Or not, they didn't shut it off. It was like wormholes. There was no local. You wouldn't see people. That was very short-lived because the community cried. I mean, you know, there was positive discussions held, and they reverted it. And what I really mean is, yes, the community cried. Thanks for the chat and info. Heading to bed. All right. You have fun. Have a good sleep. Dream of Titans and supercarriers and dreadnoughts and things like that. Have fun. I will catch you round. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Dream of a speedy rifter. Yeah, that's a good one too. Hey, we all started off in a rifter. Maybe not a rifter exactly, but a rifter equivalent. We definitely all started small. We definitely started small. I like bigger ships. I like big ships, and I cannot lie. I do enjoy capital ships like dread drops and, you know, Titans, stuff like that. But I do like the being nimble and, you know, really fast and stuff like that when it comes to smaller ships. But hey, I'm just an F1 monkey. I fly when I am told to fly in a certain way I want to fly it, and I have my fun that way. I'm nobody special, okay? I hate it when it does that. Sometimes, like when you dock and the ship like locks in a certain position, so then you change to another ship. Ta-da! It's so dumb. I don't understand it. Going to counting Gilas, night all. Yeah, counting Gilas instead of counting sheep. I love it. I'm gonna. You need to trademark that because I'm gonna steal that from you, and I'm gonna. Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right, kids. It's been 2 hours 49 minutes. I need to take a quick break, even though it says like 14 minutes 35 seconds. Yeah, I need to take a quick break. I need to stand up and move around a little bit. I am old. I am Army retired, and my knees are destroyed, so I have to walk. So here's a little one for you. Take care of your health, people. I don't care what your profession is, but take your damn health seriously. I found out that in your neck, my C2 and 3, C4 and 5, C6 and 7 are all fused independently. All right? That's why I kind of look, at an angle like this. And then I also found out that I have multiple healed compound fractures in my spine right underneath my shoulder blade. I didn't know that. I just thought that, okay, I'm getting older, this pain. I just, this is me now. No, no, no. Take care of your health. Take care of your health. I'm in an industry PvP corp and high. Oh, there you go. Sweet. I love it. Industry PvP PvE. It's, well, I mean, yeah. That's the best way to do it, honestly. Make your money, blow up your ships, make more money, blow up somebody else's ships. Heck yeah, rinse and repeat. How did I get those? Explosions throughout my deployments, wearing 100 pounds of gear and walking through cities in the desert, driving through the mountains in that gear. Yeah, it sucks. Anyway, yes. Fun times. Yeah, I retired this year after 20 years. That's what I did. But yeah, take care of your health, people, please. If it hurts, go see a doctor. Don't push it off. I know the insurance system is but we're not going to go down that discussion. But yeah, if it hurts, go get it looked at, okay? Don't wait until it's something that cannot be treated. Don't be like me. Do not be a procrastinator, okay? Please, don't. Anyway, I'm going to go take a quick break, all right? Get a drink, refresh. Actually, I'm going to go take a sip. Aha. And, yeah, we'll get back to it, okay? All right, BRB. Alrighty. Alrighty. How did I get those? What are we talking about? I'm sorry. How did I get those? How did we get what? Tell me. I want to know. I'm gonna have my headset off for a minute. It's warm in this office now. It is warm. Oh yeah. You answered already. Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. Yep, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. All right. Well, there. Oh, look at that. Another partial drop. So there are thunderstorms that are starting to roll in a little bit. The clouds, I looked outside. It's definitely starting to get a little dark. So, we'll see. Yeah, it should be actually starting a thunderstorm here. It looks like around 1 o'clock, so about 45 minutes from now.
We shall see, man. I don't know. Ooh, that hurts.
Oh, yeah. Think of it this way. Do. Alright, anyway. Yeah, so fun times. Fun times. So that's what we're looking at. That's gonna be, man, it's sparking so many discussions. Every Discord that I see is just going nuts about these potential changes. What? Did he really? Let me see. Headliner. Did he really change corporations? Oh no, 14 years. What? That'd be funny. That would be funny. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Let's get back to it. Alright, so anybody got any good plans for this weekend? I wanna know. I wanna know. Kiddo has birthday party this weekend. She turns the big 1-1, so I'm gonna be tied up in that most of the weekend. Grilling and yelling at children to, you know, stay off stuff. It's gonna be awesome. Yep, it's gonna be a fun time. Alright, we'll lock this in. Yeah, we'll go towards, we'll look at that. Bam! Next. Alright, there it is. 259. Oh, okay. Boom. Oh yeah. Boy. Of course. Who are you? Nobody, alright? Who are you? For 2 months, huh? Let's, we'll go a different direction. A heron. Oh, okay. Yeah. A heron. We'll be alright. Sorry. We'll go push forward that. So. Yep. Do. But good times. Good times. Great oldies. Yeah. Man, that is a massive fluctuation in upload. Massive fluctuation. Yep, the internet is definitely not fixed. But we are on coax, so there isn't too much else you can do. Sadly. Isn't too much else. So we'll be looking towards that one. Can't do too much. We are maxed out on both speed and capability. It's just the way it is, homie. Once you reach a certain point, this is what happens when you have old school technology connected to your house. Coax is worth it if you are doing, normal day-to-day stuff, like, your standard gaming, downloading, that kind of stuff. It is not worth it, however, if you are trying to stream anything that's, decent. Oh yeah. Yeah, but other than that, it's smooth-ish. Okay. Smooth-ish. Oh my god. Ooh. That's a good one. Need to F off. Athenor. Where are you at? Okay. In Athenor, huh? We're gonna go in this direction. Or, I mean, a buzzard. Not a... Oi! So a buzzard is actually serious because a buzzard could potentially have a sinosaural field on it. So that one you actually need to be careful of. They do. Where are you at? A buzzard is a covert ops frigate that has a covert ops cloak, the potential for a covert ops sino, but it's also one of the biggest, good God, what's the word? Exploration ships that there are as far as popularity. Okay. No, I don't want to go there. Yeah, we'll go there. We'll see what this butthole is doing. We'll see what this dude is doing. Probably nothing special. Nope. We'll just keep scanning. No. Okay. Alright. So, we'll take a look at the planet. Where are you at? Oh, you're all the way over there. Okay. So that's where we came from. Yeah, we'll go that direction now. We'll see. Nope, I think this dude is just gonna stick around. Pretty sure. Oh, excuse me. Okay. We'll go this direction now.
Drive active.
Oh, what a meathead. Yep. Seems like this dude's gonna be sticking around. That's fine.
Drive active.
Oh yeah. What? I hate it when it does that. When it changes. Oof. Oh, yeah. Yep. Pretty sure.
Drive active.
Whee! Metamorphosis. Mm-hmm. Do. Oh, there he is. Uh-huh. 4,000 kilometers, I see. Yep. These dudes be chillin'. These dudes be chillin'. Where was it? I don't even know. That's okay. Balloon swarm, huh? You're leaving again, huh? I see. What I don't understand. What does that one do? Ah, I see. You're back again? Wow. What we look at? Because you're about to be in... I know you're a local. Where are you? You're gonna be right here somewhere. Oh, there you are. Okay, you're going towards the gate now. Okay. Fair enough. You have messed up. I don't know where you went. Ooh, it's starting to thunder outside. That's probably not good. Doot. Okay, you went in that direction. Whee! Yeah, I can definitely hear it outside. That is for sure. What am I doing? Do. I see. Okay. Alrighty. You gotta love it. Ooh, I think the lights just flickered. That's probably not a good thing. Do. Okay. Well, given the current state of the fact the lights just flickered, it's probably going to be a good time for me to get out of here, for now at least. But yeah, I think it's that time. Because I don't want to be in the middle of doing something, then all of a sudden the power goes out, because that would just not be good for anybody. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, we'll be back tonight. Mystic will be here. Always a fun time. But, yeah. So we should be good to go. Should be good to go. But, yeah, we'll be back tonight. And then as we work our way into the weekend. So I'm going to peace out for now. Appreciate all the good conversation today. Talking, you know, all this craziness as far as... you know, 0-0 and helping some new bros out. I mean, that's what we are here. Remember to pull the power to the PC. That's very true. I have it on a surge protector, but I always yank it from the wall too, just to be sure. And also the internet cable, because Ethernet, power over Ethernet, they can take electricity with them, so always be careful with your electronics. Always, because even though surge protectors have an insurance thing that's on the box, doesn't mean they'll actually live up to it. So just be careful with that. Let me go ahead and dock.
Docking request accepted.
Okay. But other than that, fun times. You work in the high voltage business? Ah, no kidding. Well then, yeah, we have a resident expert. That's good. Yeah, and it's very true too. Very true. Yep. But fun times. Alright, well, I'm going to peace out for now. We'll be back tonight, okay? So we'll get these storms over with, and then we'll get back to having some fun. But you guys have a good Friday. If you're at work, loser. No, I'm just joking. Have fun. And we'll see you guys later. Yep, see you later, man. But as I always say, stay happy, stay healthy, stay humble. Peace out.